Good morning, beloveds. We are full on into allergy season. Yay! So I'm a little congested. Just ignore it. Okay. I have a challenge today. It is August 21st, and our title is Remember That You Are Its Completion and Its Love. It is from Helen Schueman, which is The Course in Miracles, 1975, from the Manual for Teachers. Why I say it's a challenge, because Course in Miracles uses a lot of he and him. So, let's see if I can do this. Very masculine. Okay. August 21st. Remember that you are its completion and its love. And now, in all your doings, be you blessed. God turns to you for help to save the world. Teacher of God, its thanks it offers you. And all the world stands silent in the grace you bring from it. You are the child it loves. It is given you to be the means through which its voice is heard around the world, to close all things of time to the end of sight of all things visible, and to undo all things that change. Through you is ushered in a world unseen, unheard, yet truly there. Holy are you, and in your light the world reflects your holiness, for you are not alone and friendless. I give thanks for you, and join your efforts on behalf of God, knowing that they are on my behalf as well, and for all of those who walk to God with me. Amen. Okay, so it's a prayer. And the word has popped out of my head right now. But there is it comes from Kabbalah. Ooh, that just came out weird. You'll either hear it called Kabbalah or Kabbalah. I think the Western, we pronounce it Kabbalah, but we like to draw things out, and it's not pronounced quite that way. So, but it's the mystic branch of Judaism. And that's the idea, is that everybody, it's kind of like that random act of kindness thing. It's like everybody performs good works, and they perform good works on a big scale and a little scale, because you never know what good work will heal the rift in the universe. If you're familiar with the Tree of Life, if not, you can look the Tree of Life up. Basically, when God first created the world, the container wasn't strong enough, and so the container shattered. And so all these splinters of divinity went everywhere, and they got lodged everywhere. And so that's been part of the goal, and I may be confusing two stories right now. It's to free the splinters, and two, to sew up the rift, and so that's where the random acts of kindness come in, where the good acts come in. And because every good act sews up that rift. Every good act sews up that rift. Every good act frees one of those splinters, frees the divinity. And so eventually it'll all, all of the divine splinters will be back where they should be, and the container will be sewn up. And any act could be the act that finishes that. And I wish I could remember the name of it right now. And so that's what that poem reminds me of. Now, I will remind you that it is in the manual from teachers. And so what she is reminding you is that everyone is a teacher of God. It's like in Science of Mind, we say everybody is a practitioner. Yes, we have licensed practitioners who have been trained by and licensed by the organization to carry out this kind of spiritual coaching. But everybody is a practitioner. We all practice. That's why ministers will frequently lean into the fact that we are practitioners first. We are ministers second. We are practitioners first, because we all practice. And so she's reminding us that we're all teachers of God. We all teach people what we believe about God. And it's not even, it's generally not even our words that teach people what we believe about God. It's our actions that teach people what we believe about God. And so she's reminding us, you know what? You're a teacher of God. Please be aware of that. And be aware that as a teacher of God, you are bringing light and love and kindness through you. Um, that's the other thing about being a teacher of God, is you're a divine channel. All we say God can do for you what God can do through you. So you are a channel through which the light and the life and the presence and the power and the love of God comes into manifestation through you. It's like, you didn't know how important you were, did you? So that's just really cool. And I know I did one other reading by Helen Schueman, and I was like, I don't understand this. But I like this one. And I like that last line. Knowing, okay, let's see. I give thanks for you and join your efforts on behalf of God, knowing they are on my behalf as well, and for all those who walk to God with me. For all those who walk to God with me. Because it reminds me of the Ram Dass saying, we're all just walking each other home. We're all just walking each other home. It's like, I can't walk your path for you, but what I can do is I can hold my lamp up and I can shine my light on your path so that you can see your path. That's all that any teacher can do. They can't walk your path for you, but they can shine the light so that you can see your path, because it's yours. It's nobody else's. You get to walk it, but you don't have to walk it alone. And that's another thing that she says in here. You're not alone. You're not friendless. We're all walking each other home. We're all walking each other home. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, because now in all your doings, be you blessed. God turns to you for help to save the world. Because, God can only do for the material world what God can do through each and every one of us. So, I don't know. If I was going to choose a mission today, I think I would go with that last line. The mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to walk with me in God. Because we don't have to walk to God. God is all there is. God is all around us all the time. So we don't have to walk to God. We don't have to walk to God, but we can walk with each other in God. And that little linguistic twist right there, that's the goal. It's like to recognize that God is all there is. And yeah. So, all right. Let's walk with each other in God. All right. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day. Ooh. Sorry. I got a decent night's sleep. I'm not sure where that's coming from. It's the spiritual practice of self-care. Okay. To do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. It can be as simple as taking a deep breath before you speak. You will not speak to anyone more than you speak to yourself. So take a moment to think about what you're about to say to yourself and others. But it also looks like taking a walk. It looks like taking a nap. It looks like taking a break. It looks like saying yes to something that pushes you a little out of your comfort zone, or a lot. And it looks like saying no to something that just really drains you. People ask you for things all the time. And most of the time we can accommodate them, and we're happy to accommodate them. And every now and again, there are just things that we can say no to. I said no to my senior minister yesterday. He's like, can we show up an hour early? And I was like, no, and here's why, And he's like, okay, well, can we? And I said, but when I said no, I said, but we can do it this way. And he's like, oh, okay, we'll do that. So, sometimes you can just say no. You don't have to explain. Sometimes you can say no and give an alternative, which is what I did for him. Because what he was asking was not unreasonable. It's something that needs to be done, but it was just like when he was asking to do it, yeah, I can't do that. So, but that's what saying no looks like. You can say no and without explanation, or you can say no and offer an alternative. As practitioners, that's one of the things that we do, where we'll say, I'm not the practitioner for you, but let me suggest so-and-so. If just because somebody comes to you, yes, you can help them, but the help you may be providing is getting them to a better practitioner. So, all right. And I also want to remind you that self-care also looks like eating dessert first, right? Okay. One, huge believer in chocolate. I believe that chocolate in the long run can fix everything. It may only be the first step, but it's a reminder that your life is a special occasion. Okay. We don't know how long we're going to be here. So when I say eat dessert first, what I'm reminding you is that your life is a special occasion. Don't save the good stuff. Don't save the good stuff. Absolutely. Wear the fancy clothes, or wear the comfortable clothes, or wear the extra nice clothes. Write in the good notebooks. Burn the nice candles. And, because you get these pretty candles and they smell really good. And then, you put them on a shelf and you're waiting for that special occasion. And then 5 years later, they're gunky and dusty and don't smell as good. Don't do that. Burn them now. Now is a special occasion. And don't save the fancy glassware, china, and silverware for once a year. Use it a little more often than that. Your life is a special occasion. Please treat it as such. I also want to remind you that joy is a quality of God, which means it's a quality of you. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you deserve joy. Please make room for joy. Okay? Please make room for joy. All right. Deep breath. Oh yeah, I can't. Right. Allergy season. So practice self-care on yourself. One, I'm encouraging you to create a habit. The more you practice on yourself, then you're creating a well-worn path to the source of your own being, which is the source of infinite love, infinite kindness, infinite compassion. So that no matter what goes on in your life, you can respond lovingly, kindly, and compassionately. And when you meet people who need a little extra, again, you can respond lovingly, kindly, and compassionately. So please, practice on yourself. You're also your own best test subject. And the most important reason for practicing on yourself, you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. You're a beloved child of God. So please remember that. All right. So self-care. All right. The rest of the suggestions are the basic ones. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like. It's still 100 degrees out here, so bike riding it is for me. I do encourage you also to drink plenty of water. As I said, we're still looking at triple digits. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Your brain works better when it is hydrated. Your body works better when it's hydrated. And your skin looks better when it's hydrated. So hydrate. And then get that early in your day bright light. It's called a circadian rhythm. It's a natural hormone cycle. You want to look it up. Circadian starts with a C. And it's, between 7 and 9 in the morning, the light, the UV rays are at the right angle. You get it on your face and your forearms. It helps you create vitamin D. It helps to reset all those hormones. You'll have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. Try it. You might like it. And if you don't, if you get up before the sun or after the sun, artificial light will help too. It's just 5 to 10 minutes of bright light. So try it. You might like it. Okay. And then I'm going to remind you of my Ernest Holmes quote. I'm going to quote Ernest Holmes. I'm working through the Women of New Thought, so I'm quoting Ernest Holmes. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. As I said, it's all God. Everything is all God. It is God's stuff made manifest. All right. At which point then that should rock us back on our heels. And when it does that, then we kind of look at the world a little bit and go, and we move through the world differently. We move through the world differently. So when we do things that open our soul, listening to music, reading sacred literature, or heck, just reading a good book. A good book will open your soul. It's a good way to create empathy, because it literally allows you to get in somebody else's head. I love reading. I don't do as much of it as I wish I would. And that's me. That's on me. I can make time for it. I probably do read more than I think I do. I just do it a little more electronic reading now. And I'm getting off topic. So that's what I'm talking about. When we open the windows of our soul, we look around and we go, oh, we move through the world differently. And that's the goal. The goal is when we work on ourselves, when we open our souls and look around and go, it's all God, we become islands of peace. We become islands of calm. And when we meet people in storms, then we can share our calm with them so that they can calm their storms. We are not called to calm their storms. What we are called to do is be a place of peace and calm where they can rest. They can rest. It does not mean you have to put up with people's bad behavior, though. You know, as I told somebody that I was talking to yesterday, it's like, I will let you complain if you are actively working on what you are complaining about. But if you're just complaining to complain and you're just, reveling in that chaos, I'm not inviting that into my calm. You are not bringing your storm to my calm. So be aware of that. Use your discernment is the word. Use your discernment. Judgment has a bunch of words around it, and we try not to judge, but we are allowed to use our discernment to maintain our peace. Okay. So, and when you are opening the windows of your soul, one of the best ways to do it is what Emma says. Emma Curtis Hopkins says, look for the good and praise it. Look for the good and praise it. Helen Schueman was talking about random acts of good. She was talking about teaching people about the God of your understanding, random acts of good. Well, counting your blessings, practicing gratitude is one of the best ways to open your soul. Because you look around and you go, you know what? There's far more good in this world than I thought. And now that I'm aware of it, what am I going to do about it? I'm going to create more. And that's the way it works. Once you start looking for it, you're going, oh, well, it's there and it's there and it's there. And oh, I can create more right here. There are opportunities. So, take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. If you wake up in a crabby mood, honestly, count your blessings. That is one of the fastest ways to change your mood. All right. I'm going to do the social media part really quick. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. If you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. And those hot links are hot. The Sunday service is up. So please go avail yourself of that. It was really good Sunday, but he talked a lot and there was a lot, and yeah. Oh, and I forgot to go back and do that. I need to go back and put those links on there. I guess that'll be a project for Tuesday because I got something else to do tonight. Okay. Yep. And I don't know where I was going. So I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day. A let's walk each other home day, a loving day, a kind day, a looking for the good day, a practicing day, a calm day, a get stuff done day, a take a break day, a what is it that you need day, a good day, or if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You're a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. Know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who God knows you to be. Peel back the layers of who you have been told you are and get to know who you actually are. All right? That's the journey. That's the journey. Those are the paths that we are walking with each other. All right, beloveds. I'm going to go get into the process of my day. So I'm going to remind you, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.